Vietnam. It's been beautiful. What have I learnt? I've learnt that with age comes experience, and you shouldn't keep that to yourself. You should share it with people, either older or younger, but experience is valuable. Give it away.
Not a great angle at all, if I can see straight up the old hoochie. And it would teach me a lesson not to speed. It was a 34 in a 30. Suck a bag of dicks. Suck a bag of dicks. Drink with Charlie. Charlie, yes! That is impressive. Very, very, very impressive. Oh, it's the 24th. It's the 24th, and that only means one thing. That means tomorrow is the day that I head back to the UK. How do I feel? Sad. Always feel sad. Coming to the end of any journey is always sad. I've had a fantastic time in the Philippines. I've had a fantastic time. Jesus, look at that bad boy. Had a fantastic time in Vietnam. It's been incredible. It really has been incredible, and I wish I had longer to spend here, but I have to return home to pick up my daughter to head to Thailand for another adventure. So there is more to come, definitely. So I'm excited by that, and I won't be in the UK for too long, so that's not going to make me too miserable. But yeah, I do feel a little bit sad. I do feel a little bit sad to say goodbye to this place. In terms of what is going to happen today, yesterday was long. Oh my God, it was so long. It was brutal. It was exhausting, and I've laid in for a little bit longer today. I had to do like some life admin-y stuff, transfer money and do all those sort of things. So I had to do all that this morning in bed. So it's now midday. The sun is high. It's kind of foggy. Well, not foggy, but like, yeah, just cloudy sort of thing. So smog, they call it. So I need to go train. So I'm going to go hit the gym. I'm going to train. I'm going to share some of my training things. So my training today is going to be kind of like an all-round hitter. So I'm going to do like 30-40 minutes of like a cardio, nice steady pace. I ran 10k the other day. Don't really want to be doing that again, but I'm just going to do a nice steady pace cardio, which is going to be cool. Then I'm going to do a stretch. Then I'm going to do a full body workout, starting with a lower and then working my way up, just kind of keeping my body in tip-top condition, and also making sure that I'm prepped for the absolute beast of a journey home tomorrow, because that's going to be like 12. I think in total 19 hours with like, there's a 4-hour layover in Shanghai. And then when I get to the UK, I've got some bits to do straight away. In the UK, I have a driver speed awareness course, which is crap. And I chose to do it virtually, thinking that I might be traveling. I could log online cheekily and just be like, hey, yeah, I'm in my lounge in wherever. But no, it's coincided really painfully with me coming home. So I land at 6 a.m. and my speed awareness course is at 8 a.m. So I've got a couple of hours to kill. I'm going to log on to some Wi-Fi and then basically do this speed awareness course, which is just fucking nonsense. It's such UK nonsense to come home to. It's like, hey, welcome back to the UK, let's get dicks. But it's better than 3 points on my speed license. So gonna go do that, and it will teach me a lesson not to speed. It was a 34 in a 30. Suck a bag of dicks. Suck a bag of dicks. So yeah, got to do that. And then I've been invited to go on a podcast, so I'm going to do the podcast as well. So tomorrow and the next couple of days, the 48 hours that goes off the back of that are going to be brutal. They are really, really going to be brutal. So that is why today's training session is super important. Also, what I need to do is I've run out of memory on my SSD. I've used a terabyte. I've used a terabyte of data, which is wild. Who uses a terabyte of data? I suppose when you're shooting in 4K and things like that, it starts to rack up. You've got loads of clips and stuff. But yeah, I've used up a whole terabyte of data hard drive with everything I've done from the Philippines and Vietnam so far. And the problem that causes me is it stops me editing my vlogs for the YouTube channel, because the way I'm editing is I'm using an iPad Pro and I've got an SSD. I move the information from my micro SSD onto the SSD and then edit from the SSD through the iPad to then upload to YouTube to keep the storage of my iPad down, because I only have I cheaped out on the low storage one. Lesson learned, I need to buy a MacBook. We've heard that story before. I'm going to do that soon, need to do that, but at the moment financially there's other more pressing issues. I can get the job done, so I'm not going to be a bitch, I'm just going to get the job done, but I do need to buy an SSD. So we're going to go train, and then we're going to go find a shopping centre, because I found a lot of tech places in amongst the Hanoi High Street, but I can't verify whether it's like legit stuff. I don't want to buy a hard drive that's bunk basically. And that's not being distrusting, but you're walking down a high street and someone's selling you a SanDisk SSD for 15 quid. You're like, little bit suspicious here. So I want to go to a shopping centre, an actual shopping mall, and see if I can find something that's a little bit more well, genuine, basically. So gonna go do that, get another hard drive, and then the edits can continue, because there has been a pause in uploading. So basically, the end of the Philippines, coming to Vietnam, I've run out of data, so I haven't been able to upload anything from the start of my trip in Vietnam, which is sad. But I have vlogged for 22 days straight, which is pretty impressive, and there's going to be like a 2-day pause and then straight back on it. So the plan is train, SSD, go back home, edit the Ha Giang loop, which is 4 days effectively, get those all in the pipeline, queued up, ready to post. They will be posts. Subsequently, I'll come back to the UK for 6 days. I'll also post my travelling days, and it will be like this beautiful, like you will never know that I was back in the UK. You'll be like, oh my god, he's respawned in Thailand, but little do you know, I've gone back to the UK. So that is the plan. That is the plan. But I will do some videos in the UK. Some of the videos I'm going to do in the UK are going to be better production videos. So I'm going to light them. I'm going to do all that sort of stuff. It won't be vloggy. They'll actually be well-produced videos, because I do know how to do that. I was a gaffer. I have been involved in photo and video for quite a long time. I do know how to make things look pretty. So I'm going to do some of those well-polished, some shit like that, and then also I want to do some more UCG, so user-generated content stuff. That needs to be a little bit more polished. So all that stuff I'm going to do at home. I'm going to bank all that, and then that's going to come straight out for you, ready to rumble. But we're at Long Ben. Long Ben is where I'm staying, and the shopping centre is just over the other side of that building. I'm going to go hit a workout, and you guys are going to come with me. So every workout, I start off with cardio, always, whether it's half an hour or 40 minutes, always cardio. And I do like a slow pace, not slow pace, but like a nice paced walk with some interval running in there as well. Just so I can get like a wider gait, like do a bit of a deeper spread on my legs and stuff, rather than just walking, because sometimes it doesn't really hit it in the right way. So that's always what I do, and I think cardio is so important. A lot of gym bros will just come in and just hit weights, and that's good for building size and things like that, but long term you're going to want your heart to work. And also as well, if you're trying to like cut fat, the only way you're going to do that is by burning through the calories that you've got inside you and then being in a deficit. So you're going to need movement for that. And walking's like the less stressful way to do it on your body. So it's easy to achieve. It just needs time. It just needs time to do. And I think if you're looking at fat loss, if you're like a person that's like, I've tried everything, I've done this, I want to lose fat, use like top level bodybuilders as an example. Those guys are not out there doing like sprint training, not doing high rocks, not doing all those sort of stuff to lose fat. They're walking on treadmills, and that's because they manage their fat stripping through their diet and through movement, and they're trying to do the route of least resistance. So the route of least resistance is like manage the diet, the discipline, make sure that you've got a calorie deficit, and then just overcompensate with the movement on top. It's not like, oh yeah, I've got to be the fastest, I've got to be the most athletic, I've got to be the most dynamic, all the rest of it to be able to lose fat, to have that athletic look. It's not at all. It's a simple maths game. Simple maths game. So for me, always do cardio. Just my cardio health, I kind of want to make sure that I'm in good health in the long run. I've partied loads, taken loads of drugs, loads of occasions where I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm going to die tonight, have I taken too much? That's happened to me. I'm sure many can relate to that. So I try to look after my health, definitely, just to make sure I've got longevity. And also I think as you get older, your mindset changes. I've been big and I've been strong. I've been like 110 kilos, been able to bench 120, been able to bench like 220, I've been able to squat 220. Like I've had strength, I've been strong. And a lot of that aesthetics and strength when I was younger weren't about me. They were about what other people perceived of me. It was like, okay, right, he looks great, therefore I'll, from a women perspective, looking good would get me women attraction, being strong from a male perspective would make me more alpha. I was doing those things not for myself, I was doing it for other people, whereas now, having cardio fitness and being able to run, being able to do all that sort of stuff, that's a thing for me. Like, that's a personal thing. It's not I'm not doing it for anybody else. I like to challenge myself and see if I can do it. So like when I go back to the UK, I'm going to do the jog. So I'm going to cycle from one end of the UK to the other end. And that's a challenge for me. Like, I don't care what I look like in the process of doing that. And I've cared less and less about what I look like, or based on other people's opinions. I still have like a high sense of pride. So I'm always going to stay in really good shape for my own standard, my own expectations, but I don't do it for anybody else. I just do it for me, which is cool. Makes me feel confident. Makes me feel like less of a slug, less of a scumbag. So yeah, workouts always start with a nice bit of cardio, and it helps been in places like this. Good little view. This gaff here in front of me is wild. I think it's like a little cafe or something like that, or a restaurant. But it is the dog's bollocks. But yeah, a little bit of cardio, and then it's going to be stretching full body. That is the plan today, but I won't bore you with just me walking on a treadmill. So yeah, nice steady walk today. I'll do 45, and then I'll be happy with that. That'll kind of cover me. Right, so I'll take you through this really quickly, but this is the range that I go through, but I don't do it as quick as this. I'll take more time on each of the stretches, so probably like a minute on each stretch. So first of all, quads, hammies. This is also super good for my ACL because it tore, so this just helps me with my range of motion. Make sure that's all good. So start there. Next is then a hip dip or roll, so from there just shifting the weight from one side to another, give you a bit of a deeper stretch, which is cool. Come back up, work on those, then go super flat and try to basically sink my pelvis in between my hips, and this is good for my lower back and the top of my shoulders. Fingertips kind of like dragging them out in front of you or crawling them out in front of you, just to stretch your lats and your shoulders. It's all cool. Then from there, like one arm under, and you're trying to flatten yourself so back of your palm on the floor, trying to flatten yourself out as much as possible. Do that. Swap sides, flatten out. You do really feel this, and I press my forehead against the floor just so I keep alignment, because it's very easy to shift your head and then you curve your back, and you want to kind of keep your back straight, so do that. Good. And then do one with forehead and just stretch, and you're trying to push your shoulders, your nose is super flat against the floor, you're trying to push your shoulders into the floor. This just gives you a deeper stretch across your chest and your shoulders. It's good. Then I come up from here, kind of downwards doggy sort of bad boy. It's just like lower back, chest, shoulders, and I'll come back up, sink into here, go for that range of motion, and then from here it's like a lie flat. This is my lower back, which is shagged, not in a good way, and I just bring leg over. I'm trying to get this foot to touch the floor basically, whilst keeping my hips as close to the floor as possible. Now you can't do it on the side that's twisted, but the other side you can. Also you can see on this side, I'll try to creep my leg up a little bit, creep it right up. This is just lower back. Oh fucking hell. Pull that one out. Good. Come up to all fours, and then I'll, you probably can't see it there, it's fucking useless. So I'm basically just swinging. You see I'm lifting my leg, swinging each side. This is hamstring, hip mobility. Now I would do these, I'd probably spend 15 minutes doing all this. But this is just for speeding things up so you guys can fucking get on with your life. Dog pisses, inside groin, really useful for that. Try and hold that as well. So that's kind of that, and then from there I'll move into a seated position, and then trying to keep my back as straight as possible. Now this is a tricky one for me with the whole ACL thing, because this position, like twisting my knee out, is where I start to feel tension, or where I start to feel that the ACL is giving issue. So back straight, I'll try and push my knees down, and you'll feel that here in your hip flexors. So you push those in. You might start off here, like it might start off here because you're so tight here. So this being here is a tightness here in your hip flexors. Eventually you want to get down to like here. You can bring your hands in, push, 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 push. That's good. A good way to help with this stretch is take yourself down, and if you can get elbows onto the ground, that will again work your hip flexors really well. Oh, fuck yeah. Try and hold, 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 hold. Come back up. Every stretch you do, you want to do the counter. You want to do the contrast stretch. There's no point stretching. There's no point exercising in one direction. You want as balanced as possible. So if I do this here, followed by this, and that's done. From there, I'll then go hit, always keeping straight, back up, done, pull that, swap sides, done. These are the same exercises as what I was doing on the floor, but without the pressure of your body against them, so you can be a little bit gentle on yourself. Then head straight. Use your hand to pull your neck down, just to, because you get to a certain point where your neck won't stretch anymore, and you can push that with your hand safely. Obviously, don't break your neck, sort of thing. Do the other side. Done, done, done. The thing is, when you're pulling, you'll notice you'll scrunch up. Try and stay tall and strong. Done. Feel on chest, back. Now we get snap back on, quick motion. Kind of covered. And that is pretty much my stretch routine, and I'll do that most workouts. It's really easy to do, easy to follow. If you want to progress, there's a few things you can do. So like you can lay on your back. So some of the stuff I might add in, depending on how tight I am, is like lay on back here, knees up, then just pivot those side to side depending on how bad my back is. My back is problematic because I have a slip disc. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Depending on how bad it is, will depend on how much intensity I give it in the stretching. And then again, if I'm twisting, I'm then going to reverse that, bring it up here. Another great one is just bring one leg over. That's hip flexors. If you've got a bad back, your hip flexors and your hamstrings will overcompensate to cover for the weakage in your back. So you want to make sure these are stretched and used and like so. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty straightforward. So if you're, I would recommend, I'm 37 years old, which you probably know because I bang on about it a lot. I'm super comfortable with my age, but I'm just trying to make a point that age doesn't define how shit you are, because I travel and I see lots of people of all different ages, and I'm in better shape than most blokes in their 20s as an average rule of thumb. And that's largely because I'm doing things right for myself and give myself time, and also stretching is super important. If you take any advice from me about anything like stretching, like do your stretches, because if you want longevity, it's not going to be from pounding heavy weights, because that's going to fucking shorten the lifespan of your ligaments and your limb, your hinges and all the rest of it, your joints. Whereas if you want longevity, like you want to be elastic, you want to be bendy, you want to be stretched, you want to be mobile, so stretch. Don't fucking cop out on the stretching. One of the last sort of things I do for stretching is hanging. Hanging is so good. When we walk, our backs compress, and over time it just crushes all of our disc space, all the rest of it. So you'll often be taller in the morning than you will be by the end of the day, and that's because your back is kind of being compressed in. So hanging is really, really, really useful. Right, and I know this again because my buggered back. These are things that I've had to teach myself. So hanging is really good. Try to do it unassisted, without straps or anything like that. Just use your grip strength, because that's also good for your long-term longevity. Like there's relativity between grip strength and how long you can live and all that sort of jazz. So I just hang from something like this. Basically I'll just hang here, and then also do like twists of my pelvis just to kind of stretch out my lower back space, and it's pretty straightforward. So I'll try and do 3 sets and then hang for as long as I can on each of those sets. And what you'll find is when you hang, you might be on tippy toes on the floor, but then after a couple of hangs, you're like, oh, like my feet are more purchased on the floor, or eventually they touch the floor, and that's because your back's just like stretching back out, sort of thing. And you'll notice this more at the end of the day than you will at the beginning of the day, because at the beginning of the day, like I say, when you've laid and you're laying and you're taking the pressure off, the gravity off of your back, you're just like, you're basically like harmonica, you're stretching out, sort of thing. So yeah, so I just do that. It's quite a useful. So, because I'm going to do lower body first, I start with like a big press exercise, basically to activate the whole leg, or as much of the leg as possible, or legs as possible. Like I'm not reinventing the wheel, it's pretty straightforward stuff really. Do like a big heavy lift, then I'll do like isolation stuff, all machine, largely because I don't have the stability in my ACL to do like walking lunges and all that sort of nonsense. It puts me at too much risk, which is shit really, but it is what it is, so I train around it rather than putting myself at risk, like I said. So leg press, there's loads of different types, skinny little leg, there's loads of different types of this machine, but yeah, I try to make sure we've got shoulder width apart, pull my heels just off the back here, because if I'm here, it doesn't give me the range, it gives me the pivot in my ankle, so I can do that here. Hold on one second. gives me the pivot, and then I'm trying to go as deep as I can. Like, it's not a great angle. Not a great angle at all if I can see straight up the old hoochie. So yeah, I try to do that. That's kind of what I work on. And weights wise, I'm what, 40 in terms of plates, and then the machine is probably another 20, so 60 kg. Might go up to 100, that's it. But if you see my knees here, so that knee doesn't have the stability, so that has the potential to buckle. This knee, I can do whatever I want with it. This knee doesn't, so I have to train around it, otherwise it's a game over for ACL for me, which is not what I want because I enjoy training. So yeah. So next one from here is a hamstring isolation machine. So this bad boy here, this comes up and then pull backwards as opposed to lifting up, just going down that way. So yeah, I'll always start on hamstrings and then finish on quads, just how I prefer to do it. I'd rather fatigue my hamstrings than knacker my quads. So yeah, and then what I do with these is rather than doing them together, I isolate them, so I use significantly less weight. And I'm just basically taking the full range of motion. So let me get set up and then I'll show you how I kind of work it. Which again, it's like, teachers fucking suck eggs, but it's just my thought process around it. So go one leg at a time. Weight wise, I'm on like no weight at all, just so I can make sure I get the full range of motion. Just coming in. And with this, it's easier to get your leg as central as possible. So just, you can see here, like everyone has the leg here, so it dips in. So if you can put it just here, and then your left leg just here, you're in a good sweet spot for it. If you go too central, you don't get a good range of motion. I'll just go through here. Just really stretching it. Simple. And yeah, I'll probably go as high as maybe 25k. So moving on to quads now. So quad isolation machine, again, I have to isolate just because it's easier on my leg, and just do one at a time. Really slow, and the weight's super light, like 15 kilos. I just go super slow. And what I try to do is I swap, I just do 6 reps and then swap, and I do that like 6 times. So the rep range is really high, but I'm not getting lactic acid build up too chronically, so I can keep pushing. I find it really works for me. I get a good pump on, muscle feels dense and tight and hard, which is really good. And then I finish off with like doubles together. So once I've isolated, I then work them both together. And my quads are okay, really. They were much bigger once upon a time, but yeah, just work that. And that's pretty much my legs done. I can't do much else. I didn't get to record anything else, but all I literally did was like a incline bench press with a bar, and then did some rear cable shoulder raises and bicep curls, overhead tricep presses. That was what I did as a short circuit, relatively lightweight, just high repetitions, burning through calories and just working those muscles. Yeah, it was just packed. It was super packed, and I'm still at a point where I don't feel 100% comfortable with like filming in gyms. Just, I don't know, I just worry about other people's privacy and comfort and how they feel. Everyone, you know, these people don't want to be on camera, don't want to be seen to the world. They're in there just minding their own business, training, working out. If the gym's quiet, then it makes more sense for me to do so. So still kind of learning that one. Plan now is go to the shopping centre, which is about 10-11 minutes away, and get an SSD. Get an SSD for the editing. And then later, I'm meeting some of the guys that I done the Ha Giang loop with, which is great. So I'm meeting Sammy and I think Charlie and the Townsend brothers. I might be wrong if the Townsend brothers are there. It might just be Charlie and Sammy. So yeah, meeting them for sushi. Gonna go to Sushi Ichi later. And then there's a rooftop hostel bar that Luke Chubby Trekker keeps on, basically. Not keeps, I make that sound like it's a negative thing, but he's advised me to go and check out, and I've not had a chance to see yet because when I've done the Ha Giang loop, come back, done some other bits and bobs. So I'm going to do that later, and yeah, might have a cocktail or two, maybe a beer, check it out. But I weighed myself today. I'm now sat really nicely at 83 kilos, whereas I was just shy of 87. And I said this in a previous vlog, like I know my body, I know how it all works. I've lost 3 kilos. A lot of that's largely water, like carrying like sodium, lots of salt, fried food, things like that will bloat me, stress, cortisone. I'm now chilled, I'm relaxed, controlling my diet a little bit better. So yeah, back in like the 83 kilos, and the 3 3 kilos is really easy for me to lose over a couple of weeks. So by the time I go to Thailand, I will be back at the 80 kilo point, 100%, 100%, which is great, really, which is where I want to be. I find I'm really lean, feel happy, feel dynamic at that point. So 3 kilos to lose, which pretty easy, really, in my opinion. So yeah, if you gain weight, don't lose your mind over it. Whatever you gain, you can take back off, and yes, relatively easy. You pop 20 kilos on, of course it's going to take you more time. The more you put on, the longer it will take you to get off, so just bear that in mind. Bear that in mind. So I've come to like the shopping busy district of Hanoi. I'm going to head in this bad boy here. This is the Vincom Centre, which is like a massive shopping centre. It's bound to like a department store. So there's bound to be like an electronics place in there where I can get myself an SSD, which would be great. Also a Starbucks over there. Tempted, I am tempted. And then we've got Dior, we've got all the usual suspects basically. But it's beautiful this part. But to be fair, all of Hanoi is beautiful. Where I was the last few times where it's super busy is like the old quarters, and that's kind of a little bit less developed but more authentically Vietnamese. This is kind of inner city. You get this in London, you get this in Paris, you get this in Dublin, you get this anywhere. Whereas like where I have been, there's been way more Vietnamese, so a bit more authentic. But this is a vibe also. This is a super vibe. So I'm going to head in, try and find myself an SSD, get that sorted. Might go for a Starbucks, who knows. Yeah, we will work it out. We will work it out, but let's go and try and find. Right, no SSD in there. So if you are in Hanoi and you need technology, don't come to Vincom. It's all kind of bougie, clothing, perfume, yeah, that sort of stuff. No technology whatsoever. So I found a few places locally that look like they might sell tech stuff, a camera store, a gaming store. So I'm going to take a little wander to those bad boys and see if I can find what I'm looking for. Right, found a little store, saw me coming a million miles off, so tried to absolutely fleece me. Wanted like 6 million dong for a 2 terabyte hard drive. Said he didn't have any smaller. So 6 million dong is probably, I don't know, 100, nearly 200 quid basically. Wild. I wouldn't pay that for it back in the UK. So I'm now going to another place that's more of an official shop, as opposed to like, that was like a little camera repair store place. Yeah, so absolutely tried to fleece me. I was like, no, not happening. So I've ordered a Grab. Mate, your boy is going to be in 3 minutes. It's like leaving work time here in Hanoi. It's absolute chaos. But yeah, he's 3 minutes away. I'll be there shortly. These places like a specialist tech PC memory place, so I'm hoping they've got them in there, and I guess as a bigger retail outlet they won't have like unmarked product. There'll be a price on everything, so makes it a little bit easier and less likely that I'm going to get absolutely donged over, excuse the pun.
That one was more mobile phones, retail store than
oh, okay, a mobile phone, yeah. Okay, that's worth trying. Yeah, I've tried a few places. I went into the shopping centre like the Vincom, but it's all clothes and shoes. Yeah, I need more of a technology place. And when I was near the old quarter, I found one last night, but it didn't look real. It looked like it was an imitation product, so I didn't trust it. My Grab driver's done me an absolute worldie. Turns out he knows really good English. He's into technology. He's like, I'm going to take you to the technology district. So basically every single one of these stores is a computer components technology shop. They're just road upon road upon road upon road upon rows of technology. So I'm bound to find what I am looking for here. So I just got to dive into a shop and see if I can find the best price basically. Mission accomplished. Went into a place called Ha Giang, a guy called Duong, which is DUUNG, was beautiful. Like, again, really good English, really into his tech, gave me a few options. I had the scan disk option, ended up going for like a Kingston 1 terabyte, came to just over a million dong, which is, what is a million dong? What is a million dong? 30 quid, yeah, roughly 30 quid. I'm going to be totally correct and accurate to make sure I don't mislead anyone. 1 million, your finest dong. Yeah, it's £30.40p for a terabyte of data. Kingston, I've tried it, tested it. It's an SSD rather than HHD. It was the cheapest one they had. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And that's all I needed. So yeah, the guy that was trying to charge me 6 million dong, go and do one, which is good. I've now got data, so I can start pulling data off of one SD card onto the other SD card to then be able to start editing and stuff, which is great for tomorrow because I'm going to try and get some videos edited because I don't fly until the evening. So it gives me a good opportunity to get some edits done and get caught up, which is great. I'm chuffed with that. It was a bit of a nightmare kind of getting there, but the kindness of the Vietnamese people wins again. My driver brought me to the right place, knowing what I needed. It's chaos, but that is the chaos of Asia. I love it. So first of all, driver brought me to the right place. Great. So you can trust people to help you out when you need it. Secondly, going to the right shop. It went into his system, gave me a few options, and there you go. There was loads of places to choose from, but I went for Ha Giang just because it looked more official in terms of like the brand. A lot of them are small repair stores with unpriced products, so they see a tourist coming in and they might go, "Oh, I'm going to charge you 6 million." Whereas they had a system, computer system, EPOS system, which had all the details in there, which I could trust, which was good. Saw all the options in front of me, cheaped out on the cheap one, but terabyte of data for 30 quid on an SSD. I mean, you can't argue with that. I should have probably bought a couple of them, but I've already got a few SSDs already, so I don't really need any more. I just need to be better at migrating the data. I just honestly didn't think I would use a terabyte of data, whereas now I'll have 2 terabytes with me when I travel. So back home, I've got an 8 terabyte cloud system. So when I get home, I'll empty 1 terabyte onto that, and then basically have 2 blank hard drives with me whenever I travel. So if one fills up, I can utilize the other one, and that just kind of puts me in good stead. Now, if I use any more than that, I need to be a little bit better at like what I'm recording, because probably a lot of that data I'll never use. It would just sit there wasting time. So yeah, let's avoid that for the future. Back into the chaos of Hanoi, like proper Hanoi, old quarter Hanoi. As I say, I'm meeting people for lunch, for dinner, so I just got to come back here. But I'm going to buy a pair of crocky kind of flip-flop sort of things. I need them for Thailand. I'd rather get them here than do it in Thailand because it'll be cheaper here. I mean, marginally cheaper, but might as well just get them here whilst I'm here. More options, because the stuff will be made here to go to Thailand, so it makes sense to just get it here. So yeah, that is the plan. So I'm kind of on like the footwear street. It's really weird because all the different streets, like one will do like loads of knockoff North Face stuff and Artec, and then one's all sort of footwear, one's all kind of materials, one's all, yeah, so this is kind of the footwear-y sort of one. So I'm gonna go and have a little butcher's, see what we got. Like here's an example, loads of options. Shop over the road, loads of options. So I just need to scour the right place, get a good deal, and work out what's what. So picked up a pair of sliders, Adidas Island ones. In the UK, they retail like 40 quid for fucking plastic. 40 quid for plastic. He wanted 300 for them, which is like 7 quid, something like that. I was like, no, too much. Put them back on the shelf, went to walk away, it's like 200. There you go, best way to do it. So 6 quid basically. Pick those up. Anyone under wiser? No, they're fucking plastic sliders. So yeah, I got a pair sorted now. Trendy pair. A fraction of the cost they would have cost me in the West. Are they real? Who bloody cares? They're flip-flops. No one cares. But what I care about is not spending £40 on things unnecessary. So 6 quid, bargain, done. Yes, there she is. That little loading bar at the top. Ignore the hustle and bustle of cables, but we are in business. Yeah, we are in business. Basically, the Ha Giang loop and the days in and around it are now on this hard drive here. This one is full of adventure. When I get back to the UK, I'll offload that into my internal hard drive, and that's sorted. Who'd have thought I'd fill up a hard drive worth of video content? And that'll be useful. It'll be useful in the future if my channel grows, all that sort of stuff, and I can look back on it and it'll be like, that was the starting point that I started taking stuff seriously. So yeah, it'd be good to have that in the archive, definitely. Did you tattoo it as well?
Yeah.
It's
nuts, isn't it? It's crazy.
That is so sick.
What do you think?
I think it's dope.
Can you see it's like the first, when the first stop, like
and
the
you've got the Vietnamese star there as well. I love it. I've got time for it, man. Sick. Yeah.
Cheers.
Sick. So randomly met up with some of the guys from the loop, and we're just gonna go for a beer. We're just so random, which is great. What a way to end my last day here. So, and then a couple more people from the loop coming over, so a bit of a reunion, which is good. So I'm not going mad tonight. I promise I'm not going mad. But look at the chaos. This is called Beer Street. It's pretty wild. It's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty wild, but I'm being tame. I'm being 100%. I've got a flight tomorrow. Right here, this guy's going all in on the vlog. All in. I mean, he's rocking he's got, I'm trying to think, it looks like A7 Mark 4. It's got a 2470 empty filter. He's got it on the Ronin. I mean, he's gone fucking all in on the vlog. I'm out here on my little shitty, no. I'm out here on my action cam, and he's just smashing it. I mean, you've got to get the right tools for the job. Right, I'm going to do the farewells and all that sort of jazz, and then shoot off. This is a man in pain. Oh, shortly it's been.
You know what? I'm just going to go for it outside.
Yes! I feel like the universe has repaid me for taking a risk. Cheers, guys. God, we like to drink with Charlie. Yes! That is impressive. Very, very, very impressive. No words will ever describe the emotion I feel for you. I love you.
Genuinely.
Charlie, same.
Mate, honestly,
Keep being amazing. Thank you. I love you. Lisa.
Honestly.
Yeah, I love you
Amazing. Thank you so much.
so much fun.
My pleasure. Oh my God. I feel so fucking emotional. So emotional. That is it. Hanoi. Good night. Goodbye. Incredible. Right, back at my room. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I desperately need some food. My kettle isn't working. I can't work it out. It's definitely not a fuse because I don't have fuses here because of the electronic system. And I'm a geek and I know that. So it's not a fuse. It's definitely my kettle. But there's a place upstairs. So I'm going to go upstairs and see. I'm going to have a wee first actually. I'm going to go upstairs and see if they have a kettle so I can get some noodles. Some cool noodles. Because I need to eat those, I think. It's probably... Done it. Another problem solved. Downstairs bathroom. Found a kettle at reception. And... gonna boil this up and get me some fucking noodles. Yeah, see? Bear Grylls style. Overcome the challenges. Please work. Oh, yes. Yes. These noodles are going fucking down. I have 2 pots of noodles. And it makes sense that if I'm gonna do it, I might as well do both. So I'm gonna do both of them. Because that is not gonna fill me up. That is not gonna fill me up. But together, they could potentially fill me up. Done. Kettle is about to pop. Come on, baby. Yes. Oh my God, I'm so happy. So happy. I have noodles. Noodles. I think out of both of them, probably going to enjoy this one more. So I want to make sure I'm good with the split. Oh, it's getting steamy. Steamy. I'm so fucking drunk. This is probably not what anyone wants to see on a vlog, but it is what, isn't it? This is life. This is travelling. And you can travel, you can do all the health shit, you can do all that. But, yeah. You gotta eat. You have got to eat. I'm gonna go sit in my room, in my pants, gonna eat these bad boys. I'm gonna be a happy little chappy. Cool barbecue and gin johns. I don't know what's in there, but they both look great. So yeah, this is me. Good night. Last night in Hanoi. I will see you at the airport tomorrow. Last day, Vietnam. It's been beautiful. What have I learnt? I've learnt that with age comes experience, and you shouldn't keep that to yourself. You should share it with people, either older or younger, but experience is valuable. Give it away.
There's no point keeping it to yourself. No.